Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to our studio. Today, I feel like we're on a sketch of Saturday Night Live, which is like those
It
ladies
is.
from
It is the
the
NPR
NPR
ladies.
ladies. Here we are at our studio. We'd like to give you a tour and make you feel at home. Hello, Carol. Hello, Deb. Hello, Laura. Hello, Adam. It's nice to have you here. It's sort of fun. Greta thinks you're knocking at the door, so she's got to go make sure that she's let you in. Greta's our dog. That she was loud. I apologize. Um, so thank you so much for being here, you guys. And we are going to give you a little tour of, I guess, of our studio, but also a little tour of how we made this record. And I'm going to ask Dave some questions so that it sounds like super interviewee and cool. But also, if you have questions, they're probably better than mine because I live with him and I work with him and I'm married to him. And so it's hard for me to remember that he has interesting things to say that I don't already know. So please do type your questions into the chat. Our plan will be that we're going to switch to a different camera so I can walk around and show you some of the different spots in the studio and show you a few of the studio tricks that we have here. And then we'll go to the control room and Dave will play you a song from the record, and then we'll isolate some tracks and let you hear just one thing at a time and talk a little bit about the making of that song. And then we'll come back here, see if you have any questions typed into the chat, answer those questions, and then we'll play you a song from our record. It'll be a short night, not as long as our usual hour-long Monday Night Lives, because I'm not sure that it would be interesting to you to just listen to us talk about the studio, but maybe it is. Yeah, you can get over Greta. She is loud, but she's so cute. All right. So, here comes the technological part. Ta-da! There's our computer where you guys are. This is the lounge, otherwise known as our TV room, where we can hang out in between takes. Sometimes we rehearse in here when we're trying to set up for a new song, when trying to arrange a new song. In here, we go to the tracking room. This is where we are if we are actually playing the music, and Dave's in the other room recording it. It's also where we are rehearsing for our Bombix show on June 18th at 6 p.m. in Florence, Massachusetts. I could walk there. That's how close it is to my house. I really hope you guys come. So that obviously is where Dave Hauer was sitting. And hey, I should show them this cool thing. Dave, can you explain how you get the sweet drum sounds that you get on our records?
The big trick to the drum sound is here. Follow me. It's these microphones in the shower.
What? They're not even facing anything.
They are. They're capturing the reverberations from the drums in the shower.
Aw.
And it sounds like a huge concert hall.
Wow, that's
somehow.
so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So any ambience you hear on the drums in the recording comes from that.
So this is where the drums are played, and somehow that sound sneaks into that bathroom around the corner and makes that reverberation.
We use physics.
I don't understand physics. So this is where Amelia was sitting to practice bass. Those are some basses and guitars that are played in our Bombix show. That's where Narissa was sitting. We stole her chair. That's where Greta stood. Greta, say hi to the people. That's where Dave sat. And that's where I sat with my notes and things. Oh, yes. And that's where Greta sat.
Come over here. I want to show them one thing.
Oh.
This guitar here is the guitar I use the most on the record.
Airline.
Roy Smack.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Roy Smack. Is that
Roy
a guy?
Smack. I think that's a guy. No, it's a state of mind.
All right, so Royce Mac Airline guitar is what was played the most on this record.
Yes.
When we're gonna go in there and listen to a certain song, Dave,
Yep.
did you play Royce Mac Airline on that song?
Royce Mac is all over the song.
Oh, let's go here, you guys. So, oh wait, I wanted to show you this one really cool thing that is a new addition to our studio. That is what we plug our headphones into, and we can adjust all of the different sounds that we want, all the volumes on all of these different buttons. It was a little bit tricky to learn, so I'm really proud of myself for learning it. But anyway, just a little extra tidbit from the studio. So here is the control room where Dave makes the magic.
Dun-dun-dun.
Da-da-da-da-dun. So Dave's here. There's our Nord so that we can put some keys on things sometimes. There's Dave's big, loud amp. You might be familiar with this view. Narissa and I sit on that couch behind Dave, and we listen to these fabulous speakers. And Dave sits there and twiddles the knobs. So let's play the song from the record.
Okay.
Just a little bit of it. And then maybe isolate some stuff.
So-
Look at all the pretty colors.
So this is a song that we have been playing for a while, actually, in our Monday Night Live shows. But this is the fully realized version. All right, here we go. This
Never
is
before heard.
When I Was a DJ.
Wait, Dave, tell us a tiny bit about this colors because I want to know which one's me.
So each of these colors is a different element, is a different instrument. So there's all the drums. And Katrina is over here. Katrina is
Green.
This dark green is
Oh,
Katrina.
Narissa is the light greens.
Really, they should all be the same green, but I got lazy with my color coding.
I like to be different than Narissa.
Fair enough.
Being a second child, I like to differentiate.
Got you. But you see, hierarchically, you're first.
Of course. Thank you. All right. Play us some music.
All right, here we go. When I Was a DJ.
Wait, it's just like what's that band?
I don't know.
The Replacements?
Oh yeah, the Resentments.
The-
No.
The
The Residents.
Really, is that the
The
name?
Big Eyeball Band.
No, I thought it was the anyway. Play the kids the music. We don't
Okay,
need to.
Here we go.
When I was a DJ, mixing fire, mixing salts into the wounds of your desire. When I was a DJ, I sang the whales to sleep. I always tried to give you something you could never keep. When I was a DJ,
There's Narissa coming in.
pressing time,
See, it's blank
choosing
there.
highlights,
Whereas there's no Narissa. And then Narissa comes in.
celebrating all the B-sides. When I was a DJ, I engineered the road makers. I could hold you for acres, and I held you in your sleep. And if you listen closely, you will see that I am mostly just a sequence man. Someone who understands the language of love.
All right, Dave. Let's isolate something and play them just. What is that purple thing with just the big blobs?
That is the Wurlitzer electric piano.
Oh, play that by itself.
Want to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. And here comes Wurlitzer. Fascinating.
That guy's bored.
Nope.
Not
He's
bored.
vibing.
He's vibing.
Okay. What else do you want to hear?
I don't know. Play us. What do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear?
Here, I'll play.
Play just a guitar.
Okay, I'll play some of the guitars. So here So here's the very beginning of the song. Here's just some acoustic guitars.
How many acoustic guitars is that?
That's 2. So there's the acoustic guitars. And then
The DJ pressing time.
here's the guitar I call Chunk.
Chunk.
Yep.
What's the green thing?
Up here?
Yeah.
That's lead guitar.
Ooh, play us some of that lead guitar.
Okay. That's this. So there's that.
That's so crazy. I never realized it was that by itself. It sounds, that's amazing.
And then here's a guitar we call Schwang.
Schwang.
So that's guitars.
Oh, I love Schwang.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see.
Wait, Dave, when
Yeah.
we play our show at the Bombyx, for
Uh-huh.
instance,
Right.
how are you going to be Chunk and Schwang and acoustic?
I can't be all those things at once.
Well, Narissa can be
I'm
acoustic.
just one man.
So do you choose between them as you're playing?
Yes, depends on the section. So mostly what I play live is going to be the acoustic part. Yeah, is what the acoustics do, because that's sort of the core of the song.
Got it.
But like at the beginning, I'll play that lead part.
Do, 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 do.
Yep. And then I do a combination of the acoustics and Chunk. Yeah, it'll be a combination.
So what surprised you about making this record? Did it all happen exactly as you thought it was going to happen?
Yes, everything I imagined is exactly what ended up happening. Not true. So I had a whole scheme and concept for this record, which was sort of built upon what we've been doing for the last couple of years in our live in these shows, which is the 3 of us with our acoustic instruments and the two vocals. And I thought that's going to be the record with some enhancements. And so I started to try to make that record. And the songs that Narissa wrote just seemed to ask for more than that. And so I kind of had to like pivot somewhere in the first third of making the record to sort of a more elaborate concept. And it ended up becoming, some songs are fairly simple, but they have drums and they have electric guitars. And I don't know, it just sort of became, like in many ways, it became like a classic kind of Niels project with some twists, some new twists.
I remember when we all were like, we actually need to call in Dave Hauer.
Yes.
And it was for this song, for
It was
instance.
For this song. We needed Dave and his awesomeness to make this song come to life. So.
Well, thank you so much for showing us around the studio. Let's go back to the lounge and see if the people on the other end of the stream have any questions for us. I have gotten a question or two on this phone, but honestly, I think they come very slowly onto the phone. Greta is taking up our spot.
Oh my goodness, she doesn't want to move. The dog. Oh, look.
All right. I'm going to go
there we
back
go.
to
There's some questions.
this one. Hold on. I got to turn on the sound so we can hear you. All right.
Oh, someone wants me to. Well, let's.
Contortionist.
Contortionist.
That's a really good question. I don't think that made it on the record, but I don't remember. I remember that Narissa had a song called that had Contortionist, but I don't remember. Oh, thank you, Melissa. That's so kind of you. We are just blown away by the support that you guys have given us. Seriously, blown away. I did not expect this. It's amazing that you're still here after all these years. And we're so excited because we have a very, very more full concert schedule than we have had since pre-pandemic days, and I'm very excited. So Adam wants to know what kind of speakers you use.
So I use, they're French speakers. They're called Focal.
Focal.
And I use both their speakers and their headphones. And
Très bien.
they're new speakers to me, so they took a little bit of learning with some terrifying moments, but I have figured them out most recently. And yes, sometimes I do use headphones to check. I check certain things on the headphones, like low end, interestingly.
We also listen to it on all sorts of things.
Oh, yeah. When we're-
the cars and my car and the
Yeah.
computer and...
When we're checking our mixes, we listen on all sorts of devices.
So, do we all record together? So, usually when we're starting a song, we capture quite a bit of stuff live. I can't remember if we did that with this record as much.
Nope. Nothing was recorded. Nothing was ever recorded with another human during
But
this
I feel like
record.
sometimes when Narissa was doing something, I would sing. Is that
Well,
not true?
Sometimes we do scratch tracks when someone's recording, and a scratch track is a track that you're eventually gonna replace with a better version of itself. But we use scratch tracks as guides. So acoustic guitars and vocals are often just scratches at the beginning. And then we put down the drums and the bass and all the guitars, and then we replace the acoustic guitars, and then we replace the vocals. So in the simple sense, yes, it's pretty much all one at a time. And that was definitely...
And it hasn't always been that way. Some of our records, we recorded bass and drums and acoustic guitar
Yeah.
all at the very beginning. That was the first thing that happened. And then we added things on top of that, like electric guitars and voices and keyboards and things like that. Hold on, I think I saw there was... Everything is on its own channel. Not only is everything on its own channel, but sometimes it's on more than one channel.
Yes, like the drums, for instance, are recorded on 10 tracks. So there's 10 mics picking up drums.
Including 2 in the bathtub.
A lot of times I'll record my electric guitars with 2 mics. Vocals tend to be 1 mic at a time. But yes, there's sometimes multiple channels for one element.
And there were times on this record when Dave had us either double or triple our vocal track, especially if we were the background vocal. It sort of softens the sound and makes it shimmery. So I'm sure that by the time the next record is made, you'll just AI that, like, make Katrina sing again, push
That's
this
right.
button.
Should we do this?
Can you please play one instrument and adjust the various sliders and knobs so we can hear the effects? Ooh, do you know how to, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Why
cool.
the heck not? Are there any more questions that we should get to before we go?
24-track recording.
And you're coming to Cafe Lena's, Melissa. That's so fun. Yay. All right.
So
Well, definitely say hi.
very quickly to Adam, it's actually as many tracks as my computer can endure. So there are probably upwards of 30 to 40 on some of these songs, just different, yeah. So definitely at least 24, if not more, on all the tracks.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So somebody also wants to hear the drums.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what would be fun. So. All right. So we'll solo up this lead guitar here. So. I can bring it up and down, but I've also got this effect on it. Let's see how this sounds. Let's see if I have something on the vocals that would be fun to listen to.
When I was a DJ,
Oh, yeah.
mixing fire.
So this song actually doesn't have that many effects on it. But here is, I'll show you a fun thing. So, let's see. So I'm going to, I will play it for a sec.
When I was a DJ,
So I'm going to change this.
mixing fire,
I'm going to do this.
mixing salts.
Let it go. Now we'll go back and play it. Film that.
When I was a DJ, mixing fire, mixing salts into.
So,
Woo.
yeah, that's called automation. And the console and the computer remembers the moves that I make and plays them back. So I can mix as though it's all digital, but I can mix as though it were like sound was coming through here. So let me play some drums. Here's just the snare drum. Kick drum.
Is that the purple?
Yep. And then what I'm going to play is just the bathroom mics.
Ooh, that's so fun.
So, anyway.
That's like if your neighbor had a garage and
Yep.
the kid had a garage band. That's what you'd be listening
Exactly.
to.
Exactly. It's from drums from across the street. Cool. All right.
All right, well, let's take you back and listen to a full track from the record. Not at When I Was a DJ, something different. All right, back to the Sorry to Make You Dizzy.
Ooh, jabbering trout. Wow. Ooh. The most exotic instrument. There's one question. What's the most exotic instrument that we've ever played?
I mean, we own an oud, but we've never put it on a record.
I have tried a sitar. So that's probably the most exotic. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's been anything else that we put on a record that was unusual. We had that 3-string
Oh, the strumstick.
strumstick. I think it was on Endless Day.
Yep, the strumstick is on Endless Day.
Yeah. And it's just a very long, skinny, kind of guitar-like thing with only 3 strings. It's a little like a dulcimer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Narissa plays the dulcimer.
Who chose the wall color?
The people who lived here before us. Oh, it will not be the full track. I think there may be rules against us playing the full track in public like this or something before the actual release date. So we can't play the whole track, but we will play you a part of this track. This is a song that Narissa wrote for graduation season, and Dave and I had not one but 2 familial graduations over Memorial Day weekend. So we feel like we're steeped in that feeling of transition and accomplishment and adventure and the mix of feeling satisfied and also feeling scared and exhilarated and yeah, so that's where this song comes from. Thanks so much for being part of this. Thanks for supporting the Kickstarter. We're doing a new thing today on the Kickstarter for the last, I think we have like 12 hours left or something of the Kickstarter, but we added an opportunity for people to get Best Black t-shirts added on to whatever it is that you already have. If you had made a pledge of, I think it's more than $50, you can get a Best Black t-shirt for an additional amount that isn't the whole amount. So check that out on the Kickstarter page if you feel like you must have a Best Black t-shirt. My mother said that she had to have one, so I'm making sure she's getting one. Thank you. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for coming, you guys. And thanks for spending a little time. I felt like we were on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something.
That's right.
We love you guys. And come to the Bombyx on June 18th. And our next thing is on June 16th. We have the listening party, because at that point the record will be officially out and we will be able to play it. So we're going to have a Zoom, and anybody who pledged at that level can come and join us, and we'll have a grand old time. Bye.
I never seen you in person. I don't know you at all. How's my face in your picture? Will you see me? Will you wanna know that I am ready for a fight? Will you tell me nothing I can say is new? Will I have to prove myself or else remove myself from your view? Well, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Everyone has it in them.